Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you are new, my name is Tish, and if you are a returning subscriber, hey family. Today I'm going to show you what I cooked with the items that I bought during the $50 grocery budget challenge. If you have not seen the grocery budget challenge, I'll go ahead and link it down in the description box below. I was able to feed my family of 5 for 1 week off of $50, and y'all know I have 2 teenage boys and 1 preteen, and y'all know those boys can pack away some food. So if I can create a meal plan and stick to a $50 budget with 2 teenage boys, a preteen, and a husband, y'all can do it too. All you have to do is just plan it and stick to that plan. Now I'm gonna give you this disclaimer. What you are about to see looks nothing, and I'm telling you, nothing like what you would see on the Food Network. And that's because I'm not a professional chef. But the most important thing to me is my family loved it. I received no complaints. Let me show y'all what I was able to cook with my family of 5 for 1 week off of $50. I'm going to start off with my collard greens, and these are all of the ingredients I'm using for this part. I have smoked neck bones. As y'all can see, I've had these in the freezer since June, and I'm going to be using black pepper, onions, onion soup mix, and chicken broth. I poured my chicken broth into the pot and added my onions and onion soup mix. I started out with about 2 tablespoons of onion soup mix. Then I decided to pour the entire packet into the pot. It really enhances the flavor of the smoked neck bones. And notice, I did not use any salt whatsoever in these greens. And that's because the smoked neck bones provided all of the salt I needed. Once you get everything added to the pot, you want to stir really, really well. Once I added my neck bone into the pot, I added more chicken broth to cover it. You can use beef broth, but I prefer chicken because of the taste. And I let it cook for about 1.5 hours before adding my greens. I'm stuffing the greens in the pot, and it may look like it's overflowing, but once it cooks down a little, they will fit perfectly with no problem. And I usually let my greens cook between 1 and 2 hours. So I'm curious, what type of greens do y'all eat, if y'all eat greens at all? I know we eat all kinds: collards, mustard, turnip. We eat all types of greens here. To get my chicken nice and moist, I'm using kosher salt, buttermilk, 2 eggs, and Frank's Red Hot wing sauce. You can use hot sauce, but I prefer to use this. Here I'm combining all of my ingredients. I poured the entire container of buttermilk and added my 2 eggs. And trust me, you will not taste any of this once the chicken is done. I used 1 tablespoon of kosher salt and 3 tablespoons of the Red Hot wing sauce and mixed everything really well. After I've washed my chicken, I placed it in the buttermilk mixture, and I'm making sure every piece of chicken is coated. Once all of the chicken legs were submerged, I used some foil paper to cover and place it in the refrigerator for about 3 hours. Now you can refrigerate longer, but 3 hours works for me. While my chicken is marinating, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my candy yams. I've washed my sweet potatoes, and now I'm cutting them up. Y'all, I could seriously use some type of potato slice and dice contraption or something like that. That would make my life so much easier. I actually had one about a year ago and used it until it fell apart. Now I need another one. And with the holidays coming up, I might have to add that to my wish list. Now I'm combining all of my ingredients and stirring after each one. For my candied yams, I used cinnamon, nutmeg, sugar, brown sugar, vanilla, and lemon extract, a dash of salt, and butter. And I usually pour into the ancestors say stop. This is one recipe I was taught how to cook without measuring. Okay, so back to the chicken. I'm going to wash off the buttermilk mixture. What do y'all call this? Is it a brine? I know it's not a marinade. I just call it a mixture. So comment down below if y'all know the correct term for this. So as you can see, I'm the type of person who clean as they cook. I cannot function in a dirty kitchen. Okay, now that the sink is clean and sanitized, let's coat this chicken. I used the extra crispy coating mix from Walmart, and I had a few boxes of these in my pantry. I always shake my chicken, and then I let it sit for about 5 minutes. Once I let it sit, I shake it again before placing it into the oven. And this is how my Sunday dinner turned out. So today we will be eating chicken salad sandwiches. And there's nothing really special about how I make it. I just add mayo, mustard, sweet relish, dill relish, black pepper, and boiled eggs. This is a quick and easy meal. The boys love to eat these on hamburger buns. So once I fill the buns up with chicken salad, I wrap them up in saran wrap and place them in the refrigerator. The boys can grab a sandwich and go. Now, Gabby, on the other hand, will not touch these with a 10-foot pole. So I'll have to get creative with her dinner tonight. Tonight is Taco Tuesday. I'm going to make cheesy rice burritos for the boys, and hubby and I will have regular tacos. So that 2 pounds of beef that I bought at Aldi was enough to make 7 hamburger patties. So for my burritos, I usually use mild cheddar cheese, but since I only had Kobe Jack, I went with that. I have some sour cream, jasmine rice, cilantro, melted butter, and not pictured are my tortillas. This is what the burritos look like once they were finished. It's not the prettiest, but the boys love them. They grabbed a snack pack for their side item, which is nothing more than a bag of grapes with cubed cheese. And this is hubby's plate. We had just regular tacos. We're having red beans and rice with honey butter cornbread tonight. So for my red beans and rice, I use bay leaves, celery, bell pepper, black pepper, red beans, onions, Himalayan pink salt, skinless Eckrich sausage, and jasmine rice. I mix everything together with the exception of the rice and cornbread, and I cook it for about 30 minutes. And here are our plates. Hubby and I are also having collard greens from Sunday's dinner. Any leftover greens, I place them in plastic containers and froze them for future meals such as this one. For our chili dogs, I'm going to be using 1 sweet onion, 1 can of chili, some beef franks, and hot dog buns. I'm going to cut up my onions and place them in the pan with my beef franks, and I'm going to cook them in the oven together. It is just something about boiled weenies. I just can't get down with the boiled weenies. I always bake mine in the oven. And to me, it tastes better when you bake them in the oven, especially with that oniony flavor. The kids don't really care for the onions, but it give it that extra flavor. Okay, so I'm going to throw these bad boys in the oven for about 20 minutes at 400 degrees. And while those are in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and warm up my chili because this is what makes that cheese melt. I usually buy brioche hot dog buns from Aldi, but since I was on a tight budget, I went with their regular buns. It's really soft and fluffy, as you can see. Look at how easily it pulls apart. I can already tell this chili dog is going to taste good. Let's assemble these bad boys. My family, some kind of way, thinks that I'm a short order cook, and there may be some truth to that. They don't all eat the same things on their chili dogs, so I just customize it to fit their taste buds. Today we were supposed to be eating the homemade Popeyes chicken sandwich, but that didn't quite happen, as you can see. When I washed the chicken, I noticed that it had bones in it, so I just cooked regular chicken thighs. I let it sit in that buttermilk mixture to moisten it up, and then I used my homemade Popeyes season. The final meal in my $50 grocery budget challenge was chili. It was supposed to be hamburgers and fries, but I used pre-cooked ground beef that I had in my freezer to make chili. I meal prep on Sunday, so this was a part of my meal prep stash. The temperature is dropping outside and it's starting to get cold here in Texas, so chili was so fitting for today's meal. I'm back, y'all. So, how do you think I did for $50? Not bad, huh? Not bad. Not the healthiest of meals, but not bad for $50. So right now I'm planning my next grocery budget challenge, and if you want to get in on it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, the notification bell, so you are notified when I'm doing these challenges. Come on, y'all. We're going to save money for the rest of 2021. We got to save money. Christmas is coming up. We're going to need that extra money. So if you all enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who could benefit from this video, go ahead and share it. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, everyone.